Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies. This is Brittany Marshall, and I'm here with Joan McMenamin, and we are nutrition education advisors from Penn State Extension. And today we are going to talk about cooking and seasoning with herbs. This is our injustice for all. This basically says that we will not discriminate against anyone based on race, color, national origin, sex, religion, disability, age, political beliefs, or anything of that nature. We are federally funded and also state and locally. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns that we can't answer for you, feel free to give us an email or a call. And the email address is nutritionlinks@psu.edu. And there's also a phone number, and if anyone needs it, just type in the chat box and we'll get it to you. All right. Seniors eating well, cooking and seasoning with herbs. I'm sorry. So did you know that many adults and their spouses suffer from hypertension, meaning high blood pressure, and that can really come from over-seasoning your food with salt? So we're going to try to help you learn how to use herbs in your cooking so you won't have so much salt. You're going to learn how to identify herbs, learn how to use them and replace them with salt, and try to see if we can get you to try one new herb by the end of this lesson. Herbs can be in the form of flowers, leaves, berries, stems, roots, or seeds of a plant. Some of you may be able to see this right here. Herbs are useful in flavoring our foods without using added salt. Decreasing salt can help. Decreasing salt can help lower your blood pressure. Older adults are encouraged to eat less than 2,300 milligrams of salt, which equals to 1 teaspoon. So let's keep that in mind. Herbs contain antioxidants, which is good for your blood, and it may help prevent heart disease and some cancers. So here goes some tips on how to use herbs, especially fresh herbs in cooking. And we'll discuss some herbs coming up next in my next slide for you guys. There's many different different forms of herbs, dried, like come in paste, powdered. So herbs with Brittany. So I'm going to show you a few different herbs that I have here in a couple of different forms. So I have some fresh herbs that comes in a little pack like this. This is thyme. And then I also have some herbs that come in paste, parsley and cilantro. You see it? And then I have some that come in a jar, and it has like it comes like prepared in water. And these herbs have, the paste and the ones that's in the jar, they have like a longer shelf life than the fresh herbs. And this is why I enjoy using these ones, because if I get fresh herbs, I only have about 3 to 5 days to use them. Next, we're going to look at our dry herbs, and I'm going to put together a little concoction for you called Mexican chili blend. So I'll start with some chili powder. And John has all of these recipes for these herbs as well. I have garlic powder, onion powder, some ground cumin, some cayenne pepper, and some ground cinnamon, and lastly, some dried Italian seasoning. The recipe actually calls for dried oregano. I didn't have any of that in my cabinet, but Italian seasoning works just fine as well. And then you just combine all ingredients, and I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I just shook it up to mix it, and here we go, Mexican chili blend. All right. So, use 3 times as much of fresh herbs as you would dried. That's because the flavor is more intense when it's dried. Tips on using herbs in cooking and at the table. So there's a picture of some basil leaves here, and the best way to use them is you roll them up and you cut them with a sharp knife, or you can snip them with scissors. I didn't mean for that. Okay, tips on cooking herbs at the table. Mix herbs with cold foods a few hours before serving, and that's just so the flavors can mellow together into your food so you can get the full flavor of the herb into the food. Most dry herbs have a life expectancy of 2 years. So this mixture that I have made for you, whatever the earliest expiration date on your dry ingredients in your pantry is when this mixture will expire if you make it. Health benefits of herbs. They can help give you a lower chance of high blood pressure and cancer, and it's very flavorful for food. So you can experiment with different herbs so you can like try new flavors and recipes that you never may have tried before or never heard of a herb before. So there we go. You're muted, Joan. 1 second.
Okay, here I am. All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about herbs, and I'm going to describe, ladies, I'm going to describe some herbs, and I'm going to ask you to tell me what those herbs might be, if you think you can guess what the herb is, okay? All right, so this herb tastes rich and warm, sometimes sweet, and smells strongly, with many different varieties, offering different colors and scents. It often seasons French, Italian, and Thai foods, such as tomato sauce, rice, and salads. Anybody want to take a guess as to what it might be? Basil? It sure is basil. Very good, ladies. Very good. So there's basil, a wonderful herb to use in your sauces and rices and things like that. Important, again, instead of using salt. All right, our next one is going to be something that you can use grated into stir-fry dishes or in cookies, pies for a sweet taste. This herb has anti-nauseous and anti-inflammatory properties. What do you think that one might be? Ginger. It is ginger. Yep, it is ginger. You know, ginger, adding that to some of your foods, especially if you have stomach issues, can really, really make a difference in your digestive tract. You know, it's a root veggie or a root herb, and it's kind of hard to manage fresh, but there's paste, and it comes in different forms, so you can use a paste or a dried form of ginger. And you're still going to get the same benefits of ginger. Now, the next one is used often in Mexican or Latin American dishes, such as salsas, guacamole, pasta, and dips. Oh, did I stump you?
Chili or pepper sauce or something, right? Red pepper?
It's cilantro.
Oh, cilantro.
Yeah, cilantro. So cilantro is one of those herbs that people either love or they hate. It's a very strong and powerful herb, so some people don't really take to that taste of it. Some people think it tastes soapy. We're all different, so we all have different taste buds. But that is the one herb that is found in most of our Mexican and Latin American dishes.
And cilantro, Joan, is a herb that dried tastes very different from the fresh form of cilantro.
There you go. So, okay, so it can taste. You know, I remember one of our NEAs going to the grocery store and buying cilantro, but when she got it into her car, she saw it, oh, it smelled horrible. She thought it was bad. And she had to go back and getting different cilantro, but it just was, the smell was too much for her. So
I
anyway.
had that same reaction.
Yeah, yes, it's you know, most foods, depending upon, you know, if it's dried or fresh, or taste and what form it is, it's always going to have a different flavor to it. All right, our next herb is often used in Mediterranean foods, and a little goes a long way in veggies and beans, breads, and pasta. This herb has some very powerful effects on lowering cholesterol.
Is it cumin?
It's not cumin, nope, It's garlic.
Oh.
Yeah, garlic, yeah, right? Garlic is one of those great herbs, and it does help in that cholesterol, and it's one of those herbs, like I know I find myself putting garlic in almost everything. At least if it's not garlic, it's a garlic blend of some sort. Because I just find garlic to be something that really can season almost anything. All right, the next one is, this one has lots of protective properties, full of antioxidants for your body's cells. And antioxidants are one of those things we really need now. Like I said earlier to you ladies, it's important that we eat healthy and get our rest and exercise during these times to build our own immune systems up. So antioxidants is a great thing. Anything that you can get naturally with antioxidants in it. This one has antioxidants. All right, so these antioxidants can also help prevent some cancers and heart disease. This tastes great with poultry, fish, and veggies. I'll give you a hint. It's a woman's name.
Oh, boy. Rosemary.
Ah, there you go. Rosemary. Very good. Very good. Very good. Rosemary.
Yeah,
Yep.
rosemary.
You know, rosemary, I think sometimes is one of those herbs we don't always, at least for me, I don't always think about. So,
You said you put it on fish?
yes, fish. Yeah, you know, I don't think of rosemary going on fish, but the picture that we had was with salmon. And boy, did it look delicious.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I know, you know, you put it on some veggies and some chicken, but fish as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to try that.
Good. All right, this next one is a perennial. It's a perennial in the garden and always smells great. You usually just have to snip it. You don't need a whole lot. And you put it into soups and dips, potatoes and salads. Lots of times you put it into,
Parsley.
not parsley. How about chives?
Oh.
And now
Oh.
you make some potato soup and chop up a little bit of chives, or you're making a dip of some sort, you put a little chives in it. So chives is the word. All right. All right, so this one's this is a little different. All right, so this one grows from the seed coriander. It tastes like lemon and sage blend. So it grows from the seed of the coriander. And it tastes like a lemon and a sage blend. Do you know what it might be? We've already discussed it. It's already come through as one of the herbs we've already discussed.
And say it again. What does it do?
It's a seed. It grows from the seed. So this particular herb grows from coriander, the seed, okay? And it tastes like a lemon and sage blend.
I don't know.
Okay, that is cilantro.
Oh. There you
It
go.
was really interesting to me. I never ever knew this, so I was like really shocked when.
Yeah, I actually never knew it either. So cilantro is the coriander is the seed from cilantro. They're two very different herbs and have very different distinct flavors and uses. Coriander is a warm, spicy flavor, and it's used mostly in some pastries and Indian curries, which really, I can't even imagine that it would be in curry and pastries, but, of course, it's more of a seed, so it's round and harder, and then cilantro is a leafy green. So it's kind of interesting that they're both herbs, coriander and cilantro. All right, so I know this we got off to a little bit of a rocky start. You guys are on the phone, which is a little difficult to do, but hopefully you picked up some information concerning herbs. Do you guys have any questions for Brittany or I?
I wondered, I heard that oregano has some antibiotic qualities to it. Is that true or untrue?
I honestly
Like,
don't
is it a
know.
natural antibiotic?
I honestly don't know. Brittany and Nicole, do either one of you know whether it has any antibiotic?
And what was the herb that she said?
Oregano. I'm sorry, you guys probably can't hear. Oregano. I would say that most of our herbs probably have some sort of a health benefit. I don't know whether that one is an antibiotic benefit or not. I know my ladies here are trying to figure that out for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know about antibiotic, but I do know antibacterial.
Okay, so since it's an antibacterial, so not antibiotic. I think antibiotic would probably be not maybe your herbs. Your herbs probably wouldn't be antibiotics, but antibacterial, possibly, yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. All right, so hopefully some of these herbs, if you're not already using some of these herbs, and if it's not, there's a lot of different herbs. I did send John a few papers concerning herbs. And Farah, is that you? Okay, I was gonna, hey Farah, put your phone on mute, Farah. Farah, put your phone on mute, thank you. If you're not already using herbs, hopefully you will experiment with some, instead of salt. We know that salt is, we do need some sodium in our foods, but we get enough of that from our processed foods. So we don't really want to be adding salt or sodium to our foods. So herbs is a great way to season food and keep us a little healthier.